Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I had a request for what's in my bag for my Louis Vuitton Boetie that's in Marine Rouge. So I wanted to give you guys that video, and I wanted to thank those of you that have subscribed. I really do appreciate it. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, I would love if you would do that. Let's get into it. So this is the bag. I do have another video, more of the details of the bag, so feel free to watch that as well if you're looking for more of the specs on the bag. But I did not have this strap when I filmed it because it was being sent to me. It has a shoulder or can be worn crossbody option. It's a decent sized bag. I mean, it forms around you, so it's not like huge and bulky sticking out, but I would not say this would be like an everyday crossbody bag. It's one of those things where you need to have it on your crossbody for what you're doing, so you just throw it over. But I think the way that it really is meant to be carried on a daily basis would be shoulder. The one thing about the strap that I would say is like a little bit of a pitfall is that because it's crossbody, it's also very long. So I don't leave the strap on the bag. It just would get caught on things and potentially damage. So I keep it off the bag, and then most of the time it's off the bag and stored. And then if I know it's going to be a day where I might need that option, I'll either put it on or I'll put it in a small dust bag and stick it in my purse for if I need it. So that's how I wear the bag. But really for me, it's just shoulder. And I do not have any trouble with the straps. I don't place them a certain way. It just goes on my shoulder, whether they're like this or they're on top of each other. It stays on. Super comfortable. Leather is very, very soft. It broke in pretty much immediately. I don't think there really was a break-in time. I think even on my video it already had like a slouch to it. But the leather's super soft. And in terms of wear and tear, there's none. It's been carried a lot, pretty much almost the entire time, with the exception of a few times where I switched into other bags. But I always just found myself wanting to go back to this because of the ease of it. I love the fact that it zippers and is secure, so it holds a lot, but then it also gives me the security to keep everything safe and inside. And yeah, so the glazing has been fine. The handles actually have like the real glazing, I should say, like if you have the small leather goods, like the wallets and stuff, that kind of glaze is what is on the handle here. But then the rest of it, it might be the same, but honestly it doesn't feel that way. Maybe it's not as thick. It almost is like, it's almost like either the ends are dyed, but I think it is glazing. I just think it's not as thick as the glazing that you can feel on the handle. But there is not an issue with any of it. The embossing of the empreinte leather is great. Everything is still deep and prominent. Like, I don't have a problem with that. Zippers work super duper smooth, like as I got it stuffed. There you go. You know, easy. There's no super, I'm not pulling hard at all, okay? And it's the same with the top zipper. Bottom, no feet, but I don't have any issues. You know, this bag I tend to sit on a chair or on my lap if I can, or it hooks over the back of the chair, you know, that too. If I'm not worried about it being on the back of the chair, I'll put it there, and that's it. But it gets used, so this bag is very durable, and I absolutely love it, 100%. If you're looking at it, you've been hemming and hawing over it, and you don't know what to do, I mean, I am a true believer, and this is my first Marine Rouge piece, and I'm normally a black-gray bag person, and then I have a lot of the Dame Bin print bags, but this is the one that I get the compliments on. This is the one that people ask about. So it's definitely eye-catching, but it's still like subtle. It's just enough, and the navy's like super dark. It's not like the Infinity. Like, this is true navy. You can tell it's a navy blue bag. But yeah, love it. So let's get into what's in my bag. This zipper pocket I carry on the outside, that is where I keep my phone. I have the 7 Plus, so it's a big phone. It can stand upright, totally fine and zip, or sideways, which is how I keep it because I don't put anything else in there with it. The pocket is as deep as my hand, so you have plenty of room. Now this is actually what's in my bag. Did not clean my bag. I tend to be a neat Nick, so there really isn't a lot of excess stuff that's ever in my bag. I am always cold, so I always have a scarf with me. This one's kind of a fun one. It has like wine, martini, different kind of glasses on it. But you know, when it's wrapped around your neck, no one can really see it. I don't know if it has a tag on it. And it's by Yarns, Y-A-R-N-Z. And it's 50% wool and 50% cashmere, but it's a great lightweight scarf for me. I always need something. So then in the larger slit pocket is, I always have tissues in there. I used to keep my phone in that pocket, but I like to have quick access to it, and it is kind of, the phone's heavy, so it was like stretching the pocket. I didn't like that. And the outside pocket, that way it's just one quick zip, and I know exactly where it is. I have some receipts. I had to return some things, but like I said, this will get taken out of my bag tonight. That's like a normal ritual for me. Any excess stuff gets taken out, usually at the end of the day. And then in the 2 smaller slit pockets, I have in the one, hand sanitizer, and then in the other, in that same one, sorry, with it, is L'Occitane lip balm. It's a 10% shea butter. It is fantastic. It has no color and no flavor to it. It's just really moisturizing. And I have a few of these throughout the house. I always have one in my bag. And then the other slip pocket, little slip pocket, is Soothe eye drops for when my eyes are dry. Car key. And okay, so it doesn't flip over. I'll try and do that as gently as possible. So that's how I have my bag. It's always stacked up like that. I do it in every bag I carry, and I keep everything in pouches. I've said that before, but for me, I know what's in each thing. I don't like stuff flying around my bags, and for a lot of the Louis Vuitton bags, there's not a lot of storage places. Like my Delightful, you have one zipper, and that's where I really came into this problem of I needed to find things to keep stuff in. I had an Artsy before, which is, I think, their best organization bag. It has a zipper pocket and it has 6 slip pockets, and they're good size, like, so 3 on each side of the bottom of the bag, or the sides but close to the bottom. So I didn't need any of these when I had that bag, but I had a lot of issues with the glazing, not the glazing, the coating on the canvas peeling. I actually had 2 of them. They replaced the first one. I got another one. Within 3 months, the next one started peeling again. And at that point, I just took a credit back, and that's when I got the Delightful, and I bought these pochettes and different things like that, because I just didn't want to take a chance. I love that bag. I'm assuming now everything's fine. They knew it was an issue right away. They took the bag back. It wasn't a question. But it's just sad to me because it was my favorite bag. So maybe one day I'll get it again. But anyway, in the bag, so I have the cosmetic pouch. This is the regular size, not the GM size, so that big. Mini pochette, which I love, super great purchase. This, I think, is probably, it doesn't hold as much as the cosmetic pouch, but in terms of functionality and like different things I've used it for, this thing's awesome. So if you're looking for just a little piece to add to your collection, if you don't have one or you're just starting out, this is a nice price point, and it really has had a lot of use with me. For me, I have smaller arms, but I mean, I can actually fit it up here. So if I really needed, like I was, I have used it for going out when I don't want a lot of stuff with me. And, in the summertime, like in a t-shirt, if I get stuck, I can just throw it up here so I can use my arms and not worry about it. Most of the time, I just kind of carry it like this. But you can make it like a wristlet style and hook it here instead so you have the chain. Full size Sarah wallet. And key clay, which for me holds change most of the time. I always have a snack with me. This is a Nature Valley oats and honey granola bar, and it's always, every snack I have is in a bag because I do not like crumbs all over the place. And then a little travel brush. And that is it. Sometimes I'll have a water bottle. This is generally what I carry. So this is 23.7 fluid ounces. It's a very, it's a very tall water bottle. It fits in the bag, no problem. Let's see, I'll stand it up so you can see. You have about, from here to here, top of the water bottle's there. So you have plenty of space. So it tells you how much room you have. So you can really stuff this bag if you wanted to. I do have a lot. That is not super heavy. So what I just pulled out, it's easy for me to carry. I don't feel like, oh, I gotta put my bag down. So when I have my kids with me, I'll throw sometimes a water bottle for them in, or snacks. If we go to dinner, I'll put crayons or paper or something, whatever they're gonna use to occupy themselves while we wait for dinner. And it's just so easy. Like I don't ever have to be like, oh, I can't take that with me, or I have to take that out. It's just a great bag. I mean, and for me, I love tote bags, but it was always the Never Full, and there's no closure, and there's no pockets really. I mean, you have that one zip pocket. Now that the pouch comes with it, I do love that part about it, and I think maybe one day I might get one. I just think I don't have like a real need for it. I have the Delightful. I mean, it's pretty much the same capacity as the Neverfull, which is what I would get if I did do it. So you don't get the pouch, so there's like, the difference, but I can't justify getting that when I have this and I have Delightful. It just doesn't, it probably wouldn't get used very much, and I am not into that. For me, when I purchase one of these bags, I feel like I should use it, I should carry it. They cost a lot of money, so in my eyes, I need to want it and really know that it's going to get used. I don't keep them sitting on a shelf, so I do try and rotate through. Even like this one, I loved so much, I just wanted to carry it all the time, but I made myself put it away and pull out the other ones, which I love just as much. Oh, I shouldn't say just as much. I love a lot. This definitely is my favorite, but they all have their own function and use, and whatever I'm doing for that time has me reach for this certain bag. So anyway, that's what's in my bag. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a phenomenal bag. If you are considering it and you've been looking at it, I don't think you'll be disappointed. If you have any questions at all, please leave it in the comments below. I will get back to you as soon as possible. And if there's anything else you'd like to see, just let me know. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.